All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with, the fighting pride of the Bay Area and Zuffa Boxing's finest, Tony Hirsch Jr. Tony, nice to finally have you on the channel, man.
Yes, sir. Good seeing you, Brandon.
Yeah, man. You probably, I think in 2026, for me personally, you probably been one of the more interesting stories in boxing because, you know, I I won't forget it. I remember it was like I'm gonna say like March or February. I was out there in Vegas, in Angelo Leo's camp, and I remember he pulled up your boxer on the phone because somebody said that you guys might spar, and I had no clue who you were. Then I went there and I watched you spar, and it was really good sparring, and so from that day I was like, wow, okay, Tony Hirsch, this guy's pretty good. And then you went, you did what you do at Zuffa Boxing. But Tony, I'm still trying to learn about you, man. Like, what's your beginnings in the sport? What made you want to start boxing?
My dad, man, my dad, he was the whole thing why I started boxing. It was just watching him really. So when I was born, he was like, I think he was still playing football when I was born,
Yeah.
and then he ended up transitioning to boxing a little bit later on. But as I started growing up, like I was still young, like around like 3, 4 maybe. I started seeing like him and Dre Spar. So I was like, he took me to the boxing gym with them a little bit more when I started getting older.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was told. I was told your dad used to spar Andre Ward down there at the infamous King's Boxing Gym. Is it,
Right?
so those are your earliest memories of boxing. Your dad, Tony Hirsch Sr., and Andre Ward sparring.
Yeah, yeah. And then around like 8, that's when I started being in the gym and training myself. He used to, it's a video on YouTube like where I was like 7 years old at
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, and he was like had his hands up, and I was like punching his hands or whatever. But like I think around that time, like 8 or 9, is when I started actually getting to the gym, and then he just started actually teaching me how to fight and stuff.
Okay, makes sense, and that's a hell of a that's a hell of a like first impression of boxing, seeing your dad and Andre Ward spar.
Yeah,
Because your dad, I mean, from a little bit I know, I know he fought Demetrius Andrade, and he was a solid professional. So to see that
yeah,
with Ward is, you had the box. Boxing kind of chose you.
exactly. That's how we learned so much because he he wasn't really like a technical boxer like that. He just kind of like he liked contact, so he would like being the inside and working and
He won
stuff.
a
But
squabble.
Andre, yeah, he liked to squabble. But Andre, he like knew he was putting using footwork on him, hitting him with body shots. He was fucking him up. So
Yeah.
that's how we learned so much so fast because he was sparring with one the best in the world at the time. So Olympic gold medals, yeah,
Still our last gold medalist from America all these years later.
exactly. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, you're from the Bay Area, man, and what's the Bay Area boxing scene like? I had a chance to learn a little bit about the Bay last year because I was over there around this time last year, down there at Virgil's gym with a fighter.
Right.
But what's the Bay Area boxing scene like?
The area boxing is underrated. I feel like we got a lot of great boxers. We just haven't been able to showcase the talent yet. And there's still a lot of great boxers that are coming up, or who just have a few fights, but they on the rise up as well. So I think our time is coming. It's only a matter of time.
Nah, for sure. I feel like the Bay Area boxing is going through a bit of a revival because with yourself, you got like Anthony Garnico who just won the WBC Continental title. And you got Devin Haney who's doing his thing as well. So Bay Area seems to be on the up and
Yeah,
up.
yeah, exactly. Yep. We got my boy Mari. I think he finna
Mari
fight for a
Jones,
title
right?
soon.
Can't forget him, Mari
And
Jones.
shit, I don't know if you heard of him, but David Lopez, he going crazy too.
David Dynamite Lopez, a southpaw. I know about
Yeah,
David Lopez. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So we going crazy right now.
yeah, it's crazy that the Bay Area doesn't get more fights because the Bay Area has a Silicon Valley. There's a lot of money in the Bay Area. The sports teams get great support. So I hope at some point the Bay Area can get some shows. I love it
Yeah,
over there.
hopefully. I think the last one was in SJ, the one that Amari had at
Hmm.
the San Jose Sharks Stadium.
Yep, yep.
So, but hopefully they start having like more in Oakland or even Frisco maybe. So hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. I wanted to go back to what I mentioned earlier when I started the live with Angelo, man. When you sparred Angelo, one memory I have is after you guys sparred your dad. he loved the work, and he was like, "This the fucking work we need."
Right.
And y'all sparred a couple of times, and it paid off because obviously you boxed very well against Merriweather, and that was the fight that put you on the map. So talk about, I guess, that experience.
Man, that was great top-notch work because I think that damn, that's worth killing. I think
Yeah.
that was the first world champion that I actually sparred. And I learned a lot from that fight just off of like the little movement, the little tactics that he used. Some of the stuff I ain't never really seen, but I kind of like took a little bit from him and try to throw it in my game as well. You know, Angelo's a very tricky boxer. If you
Yeah.
don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get fucked up in there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's that's what. Yeah, very crappy. A lot of people think it's one way when you're out of the ring with him, and then you get in there and you see there's a lot more layers than it looks like on the
exactly.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So,
that
man, appreciate Angelo helping me. I know he's gonna do his thing. I know he's gonna have some fights coming up soon. So, good luck to him.
oh, for sure, for sure. Uh, I would like to think that I follow boxing pretty close because I do make it a point to try to learn as many fighters as I can, even the guys that aren't signed and things like that. But I didn't know who you were, man. So Zuffa was one of it helped put you on the map. For people that weren't following you, Tony, up to the Mayweather fight, or even your recent fight, what was your career like before Zuffa Boxing?
It was like a roller coaster, honestly, bro. We had a lot of ups and downs. Um, started off pretty good though. I had two fights and well, I had three fights in Mexico. And won two, and then I had got a draw one, and then I ended up taking a break, a little damn near like a 3-year break after that. Came back on the last minute notice for a fight, like a 1 week notice,
Mm.
and I had got a draw again on that one. That kind of like that pissed me off right there because I hate like when I just don't get a win. Like I don't know how I act if I got a loss, but a draw just already killed me.
You're not a good
So
loser. You're not a gracious loser.
yeah, so I'm like this shit pissing me off. So that shit kind of lit a fire in me. But yeah, we had those two draws. And then after that, we just been kind of locked in ever since. Like we just been on a straight path of just staying in the gym and not like slacking off or doing no bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's important, man, because boxing is like it's like a jealous woman. If you don't give it all your time, she gets
Right.
jealous, and you don't get what you need out of it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
So, um, I feel like it's been a good like even like a life experience. Like just things like obstacles might come your way, but you gotta learn to overcome it and make the best out of it.
correct. Yeah, no, that's part of just achieving anything is being adaptable to
Yeah.
life.
Exactly.
Yeah. What Zuffa Boxing, man, they're making a lot of noise in the sport right now. You know, a lot of people are skeptical of Zuffa. A lot of people are pro Zuffa. Some people are anti Zuffa. But being a guy that's on the inside, what's the Zuffa Boxing experience been like, and I guess how has it been different to the earlier parts of your career?
Zuffa Boxing, Zuffa Boxing been a great experience so far for me. They've been taking taking well care of the fighters. They treat all the fighters the same. There's no. I mean, I feel like when they say there's no A side, B side, I feel like there is still a little bit, but it isn't as noticeable as like other promotions like maybe Top Rank or other cards like that. But there is pretty even fights. And as far as my career is shit is skyrocketing my career crazy. Like I'm getting like crazy noticeability. Everybody's like wondering who I am now because they ain't never seen me before.
Yep.
When I've been doing pretty good on club shows, but like that don't really mean nothing too much. So yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity that they gave me, and at
Yeah, I
the and
mean,
that it came at this time because shit, I mean, as soon as I signed with Sam, my manager, he dinner got me with Zuffa as soon as possible.
yeah, Sam Garcia, great guy. I like Sam.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've won back-to-back performance bonuses. They had you on WWE, which is pretty cool, which is a bit surprising, but I thought it was cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's clearly helped. Have you met Dana White at all, or had any interactions with him?
Nah, not yet.
No,
Nah.
yeah. What's
Not
going
yet.
on? What's going
Yeah.
on, Dana? Man, you knocking fools out. You gotta talk to
Yeah,
you.
soon though. Soon. Maybe after my next fight, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speak about those two fights on Zuffa, Tony. Robert Merriweather the third. He was a highly touted, prospect on the rise. You upset him, then you follow it up and you knock the daylights out of Jaybrio Benito. So, what are those two performances been like? Those two fights.
I feel okay. So the first fight, I think I was a little bit worried about Merriweather's feet at first, just because how everybody was talking about it. It was just getting in my ear. Everybody was saying the same thing. Oh, he's fast. He's fast.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was worried about it a little bit, but as soon as I got in the ring, I'm like, shit, like he's not as fast as me, really. Like,
Like,
I'm damn near going tit for tat with him. So that was that. Like, as soon as I felt like I was damn near just as fast with him, I was like, okay, I'm good now. And then for the Jaybrio fight, I was just a lot more comfortable since I had, already had the first fight with Zuffa. I felt a lot more comfortable and relaxed. So that was kind of the difference between those two.
things kind of slow down for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm starting to get the rhythm and everything now. And the more fights I get, the more I'm learning. I'm still learning right now. I'm getting my experience up. Um, you know, getting my I still haven't had the I still believe that I haven't learned all the tools I can yet, just because I haven't had as many fights with other people.
I can see that. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things you could improve on. I mean, like you have a very good jab. You're very long. You're gonna learn your punching range more as you fight better people and get more
Right.
experience. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah.
definitely room for growth.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's always room for growth. I feel like you can't stop growing, honestly. Even
What
even all the OGs, they always tell me, like, even they always learn, even from younger people. So there's always room to grow.
you can learn from anybody in the gym. You can learn from the champions, the prospects, the novice,
Right.
amateurs, everyone.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm on right now. I'm just learning.
What was the last thing your dad told you about as far as like you in the gym? Because I know your dad's a fiery guy. He seems like he runs a tight ship. I mean, I don't know him like that, but he seems like he runs a tight
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah, yeah. Uh Shit. I mean, as far as the gym, I'm gonna be real. Like our last camp, sparring was kind of rocky also. But the last time we sparred, I did good. Our last sparring session was well. So he was like, as long as you fight like that in the fight, because the
Yeah.
camp, it wasn't easy, but we made it work. It was a hard camp, but it all paid off. That's what it was.
Well, camp's the hardest thing. Camp is where the real work is done. No one really loves camp like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't really love camp until it's over. And then you're like, oh, camp was pretty cool. This happened,
Yeah.
that happened. You start reflecting on it, but when you're going through it, it's like, oh, I hate camp.
Yeah, it just be like when camp in Vegas, it'd be kind of hard because it'd be so damn hot. I'm not used to like all that heat, the dry heat, and then in the gyms they be having like 100 degrees, like
Yep,
crazy.
yep.
That should be
Yes.
wild.
It's a lot different than Bay.
Yeah, yeah, hella different. We got AC and shit, and weather all breezy.
Yeah, you're happy to be alive. uh,
Man,
Tony, I noticed after your fight, when you made that appearance on WWE, I saw Devin Haney tweeted at you. It was in April. He said, and I quote, "Wow, this is fire. I'm happy for Tony and his pops. I've been knowing Tony since I was a kid." So, what's your relationship knowing Devin Haney over the years? Well, what's your history with Devin?
uh, I'm gonna be honest. I personally, I don't think he was talking about me. I
Oh,
think he was talking about my dad, because
oh, okay.
I never even met Devin myself, but
Oh, damn.
I remember my dad say he came to the gym in Oakland when we was out there, and then they came by one time, I think, just to like show him around our gym or whatever. But
Mm.
I never personally met him myself though.
Okay, okay.
I
Well,
believe he was talking about my dad.
I feel like y'all gotta get a hold of each other because that'd be good. That'd be good work.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
talking
sure.
about
Yeah, yeah.
experience and want to level up. I mean, that's
That would be great work for real, right?
yeah, because
That's top notch right there. They can't get better than that.
so Devin, if when I put this out and Devin sees it, Devin, if you see this man, get a hold of my man Tony.
Hey, Devin, hit me up, man.
Because you're trying to
Oh,
get your experience up.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, okay.
help a brother
Um,
out.
yeah, the Bay got to stick together, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Always. Bill know my dad number, I think.
Okay. Well, hopefully it can happen for you. Your weight class in Zuffa is interesting. I mean, there's a lot of interesting fights there for you. But the one that I feel like is really interesting, because I know he's been calling out Shakur, is you against Rayo. I want to see you against Rayo Valenzuela at some point, man.
I think that's gonna happen soon. I don't know how soon, but the way that Zuffa's pushing me, I feel like it's gonna happen soon.
Because like you said earlier, like you just been like a shooting star, and like you're shooting up there, man. And I would
Fast.
venture. I've watched every Zuffa card from 1 to 9. I would definitely say you're in the top three, most like impressive fighters that I've seen on Zuffa so far. Probably you and that Russian light heavyweight that knocked out Ahmed Ali.
Oh yeah. Umar,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Umar, yeah. You guys have been putting in the best performances. So I mean, at some point, I think you and Rao is gonna make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as we both keep winning, I think it makes sense too. Honestly, I just gotta keep, on my trajectory of, knocking off top prospects. I don't know what they're gonna have for him, but yeah, I just gotta do my part, and it'll come. It'll come soon enough.
It's like the results in boxing is gonna dictate,
Yeah,
who the best fight, what the
yeah.
best fights are.
Because from what I know, Zuffa's trying to match the best with the best. So, like I said, as long as we both winning, it's gonna match up.
Okay. Well, I look forward to it in the future. And if not that one, maybe you and Andres Cortes, because he needs a big fight. I'm sure at some point you're
That's
gonna want a big fight.
yeah, yeah. That's a big fight too. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be fighting Mark soon.
Fighting who?
Mark
Oh, Mark
maybe.
Sile. Mark Sile?
Yeah, I think they supposed to be fighting maybe.
That's a good fight. I like that fight. Well,
I, and
you'll get
then
one of
then
those guys soon
maybe,
enough.
yeah, I'll be up in there though. I'm trying to be up there soon. Like on my name with those top guys, that top
I
level.
I feel like your name is already in the mix because, like I said, man, you got a big upset. I mean, I know people that won a lot of money off you when you beat Merriweather.
I do too.
Yeah.
My boy won 30 G's.
Oh my God, I know. So I know someone that won think like 8 or 10 grand off you just for that fight. so,
Golly.
so people came up off of Tony Hirsch. So yeah, I mean, and then a big knockout in your last fight. These are all things that have shot your stock up. So I think you're right there. You're already right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For
Even
sure.
with 11 fights.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Apart from boxing, Tony, you got any interest outside of boxing? Like, when you're not in the gym and sparring and training and all that stuff, like, what do you like to do?
Um, I don't really like to do too much. I'm kind of a really simple guy.
Yeah.
Um, but if there's plans made, then I'll go. So I just recently went to Vegas with my longtime best friend. We came from Vegas actually. Simple things like shooting range or spending time with the family. It don't matter what it is when we doing that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really like doing too much though.
You're just a homeboy. You're just a chill guy.
Yeah, I'll be chilling for real on a game probably or something.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, because for fighters, I mean, it's really easy to get into trouble.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like because some fighters they like to go out and be with the girls and all that stuff. So you gotta just chill.
Yeah, and you see us that happen often actually. Yeah, we see what happened with AB.
Yeah, AV. I mean, there's a lot of fighters you can name that have had alcohol problems or drinking problems or women problems. So
Right,
the simple life really is the best life for a fighter,
right, yeah.
even if it don't feel like it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it get boring, but for the most part, it's cool though. I don't mind it.
Yeah. Okay. Um, as far as outside of Zuffa, like, do you follow the sport of boxing? Like, when you're not,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Who are some of the guys that you like to watch fight? Like, who are some of the guys that when they got a fight coming up, you get excited to watch them fight?
yeah. Boots for sure.
Boots.
Boots, Inoue, Bam, um, and Benavidez.
Okay. Oh, so you like them aggressive fighters.
Yeah. I like to be entertained, man.
Yeah, you want to see somebody punch through the target. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like entertainment.
You mentioned Boots, man. You kind of said something that he said in a recent interview that you just be chilling. Like he said the same thing. He's just a chill guy.
Yeah, yeah, I be yeah. I don't be doing too
Yeah,
much. But I mean, when you in the gym for so when you be doing in the gym 2, 3 times a day, you be already tired. You don't even want to do anything for real.
yeah. No, I hear you. I know how it is. Out of all those guys you named, your Boots, your Benavidez, your Inoue's, what's like the fight you want to see the most in the whole sport of boxing as a fan?
Oh, probably Batman anyway.
Bam Inoue.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why
I
that
think
one?
that'd be crazy. I think that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I'd be electric right there.
What kind of fight you think that's gonna be? Is that gonna be one of those like, yeah, I guess you could say violent, entertaining fights that you want to
Yes,
see?
I do think it is because both both fighters can box, but they also want if they feel like they can get you out of there, they gonna get you out of there.
Yeah.
They ain't coming to play with you and none of that. So
A lot of people feel like Bam, that's too big of a jump right now. You gotta take his
I
time and
do I do think
yeah.
it is a big two because he only had one fight at this new weight class. I
Hmm.
think maybe like another one or two maybe, and then probably jump up another weight class. But
Yeah.
yeah, right now it's too soon. But that I do want to see that fight though.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. A lot of people feel like that's kind of like a super fight of the lighter weight categories because
Yeah,
those are the guys that have been doing their thing.
right. Yeah, I do think the same. I want to see Benavidez fight somebody, but I don't know who's gonna give him a problem, man.
Personally, for me, the five boys wanted to see, which I believe might be the most violent fight in boxing, is him versus Beterbiev.
I think that too. I think that'd be violent too. But I do think Benavidez still edge it out, but that's gonna be a violent fight though.
Yeah, Beterbiev's 41
That'd
now,
be
so he is long in the tooth and he has had a lot of injuries, but he's the only guy that I feel could actually put Benavidez on his back foot.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
else, I don't think nobody else really has the firepower to put him on his back foot.
I don't think so either. Even B-Ball gonna be on the back foot. He gonna be boxing and stuff,
Yeah.
doing this little style, but better be if he coming at your ass too.
Yeah, and like I know guys that have sparred with him, and everybody tell me the same thing. Like he's leaving a trail of bodies in the gym, and his jab's like
Damn,
a straight right hand. Like
damn, damn, that's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, like
That way for B-Ball too. I mean, better be.
I knew one guy who sparred with him, and he said pretty much that they started camp with like five guys, and like in
Mm,
2 weeks he was the only guy left. He sent everybody home.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
golly.
like it was like
Yeah,
that.
that
So
power real.
power, it's the power
Yeah,
and the boxing skill because he can box
yeah,
too.
yeah. Got good punch placement, you know, set up his shots well. I like Better
Yeah,
Be.
no, he's a damn great fighter. Um, your dad sparred Andre Ward. Do you have did you ever talk to Andre Ward growing up, or has he ever maybe gave you some advice?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a few times. I wouldn't say like necessarily like boxing advice, just like kind of like life advice.
Life advice.
Just
Okay.
like just when I was getting in trouble at school and stuff. Like my dad would think he's gonna help you there, and my dad would tell on me, be like, "Yeah, got a tough fight, shit like that." So he would, he tried to tell me like, "Yeah, you ain't got to fight. You could like, you could always tell the teacher." But I always be like, "I don't want to look like no snitch or nothing." But it's like, you ain't gonna be no snitch. Like, you're doing the
Try-
right thing. So he would give me like advice and stuff like that. But um, when I grew up, I didn't really see him as much because I think that's when my dad started going to a different gym, like opening his own gym,
yeah, yeah.
and I think he had his own gym as well. So
Kind of just veered off and did his own thing.
yeah,
Okay. Did you ever like talk to Virgil Hunter growing up at all, or
growing up, no, not,
no?
not really. When I go to their gym now, every time I see him though, he'd be there with Amari. I see him. Then I play with to him. We be talking for a little bit.
Yeah, I like Virgil. I had some good experiences with him there last year.
Yeah, yeah, Virgil cool man. I fuck with Virgil.
Yeah.
I feel like he he's very intelligent with the sport of boxing. You know what he's talking about. And he don't like when people slack off either. He wants you to be on your shit. So if you want a great trainer, that's a great one to go with.
No, for sure. He runs a super tight ship there. Like it's
Mhm.
crazy at his
Yeah,
gym.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Big program.
Very strict program. Yeah, Tony. I think I pretty much asked you everything I wanted to ask you, man. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But any final message you want to give to the boxing world, just about yourself, what you got coming up, anything like that, before I end the interview?
um, I might have some comments. Want y'all to look out for me. If y'all want to keep update, follow me at Tony Hirsch Jr. On my Instagram. But I should be having something coming up soon, so y'all look out for me.
All right, Tony Hirsch Jr. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yes, sir.